2 years ago, I spent 5 months studying abroad in Nepal through Pitzer College. While learning Nepali language and immersing myself in the culture, I lived with a family who took me in and treated me as if I was their own daughter. My Nepali host family's home was reduced to rubble last year on April 25th in the devastating 7.8 magnitude earthquake that hit Nepal. The earthquake and its subsequent aftershocks killed almost 9,000 people, while thousands more were left injured or homeless. My host brother Pawan and his wife Sangeeta, along with his elderly mother and 2 young children, are a part of the 8 million families, women, and children that have been affected by this disaster.
When the earthquake came, my son was small, only 4 months old. Everything started to shake, and I was very scared. I quickly tried to get outside, but I couldn't. Things were falling from above, so I held my baby like this and cried and cried. I felt as though I was going to die, but with God's help, I'm still here.
I recently returned to Nepal and lived with my Nepali family for 3 months. Ever since the earthquake, they have been living in this one-room makeshift tin shelter. And even now, a year after the disaster, they, along with millions of other earthquake-affected families, have not received any relief aid or assistance from the government.
The biggest problem is our house. We don't have a home. Where do we live? Where do we go?
A poor family that had very little to begin with has now lost everything and is struggling to even provide food for their children. And as if that wasn't enough, Pawan's baby boy is in need of a major eye surgery that is costly and extremely risky. He fears that his son could lose his eyesight in his left eye.
सर्जरी गर्नुपर्छ धेरै नराम्रो छ उसको आँखा
My baby's eye is very bad. Pus comes out like this, and he must have a big operation to fix it. Sleeping in a tent like this is very hard right now. It's extremely cold. My mother has asthma and heart problems. My son is sick. My wife is sick. We are all catching pneumonia and have fevers due to the cold.
Condensation drips from the ceiling, and old clothes are used in a feeble attempt to prevent cold drafts. The winter has been difficult, but the extreme heat of the summer is on its way and poses even more problems. The tin captures heat from the sun and traps it indoors. As temperatures rise, it will be impossible to stay inside the shelter. In addition, Pawan fears the rainy season will cause the shelter to flood, and the mosquitoes will be impossible to keep out. There is also the probability of snakes seeking refuge in the shelter, entering through the holes that have been created by the rats.
Now, whatever we do, the snakes and rats will come inside. I've closed this hole, but now they will dig again, from this side or that one. I saw a rat this big. It was black. Even its head was black too. At night, while we are sleeping on the floor, the rats crawl on our heads and over our bodies. But now, I'm more scared of the snakes coming in.
Pawan and his wife are well-educated accountants, but even with both of them working full-time jobs, they hardly earn enough income to feed their family, buy medicine for their ailing mother, and send their daughter to school. Pawan's father was very sick and died a few years ago, so the family had to sell whatever land and valuables that they had in order to pay for the medical bills. Now, their home has been destroyed and they can't even get a bank loan because they have nothing to show the bank as collateral. Pawan has been holding out for relief aid to help them, but he has little faith in the corrupt government system of Nepal.
Even now, I think all the relief aid is with the government, but we don't know when they are going to distribute it. It's already been a year, so we don't know when or if it will ever happen.
With young children and an elderly mother, living in this makeshift shelter has been really difficult on the family. Financial insecurity and homelessness only amplifies the serious health problems faced by Pawan's mother and baby boy. It is with the empathy that I feel for this family and the unconditional love that they have given me that I request financial assistance on their behalf and on behalf of the millions of families like them. Please consider making a tax-deductible donation that will go directly towards building homes for earthquake survivors in Nepal.
बदम खाएको सुन्तला छोडाको सानो तिमीलाई रातो साल ओढाको बदम खाएको सुन्तला चुडाको सानो तिमीलाई रातो साल ओढाको चट्टै काटौँ केराको गुबालाई चट्टै लिन पठाउनुहोस् बुबालाई चट्टै काटौँ केराको गुबालाई चट्टै लिन पठाउनुहोस् बुबालाई